he'll try to get on the side of the black people and say, hey, look at what you're doing to us. I'm going to call you out for what you're doing to us. But once they let him in that door, he's going to go back in that door to be right along with the oppressive class.
Is Kanye needed in the struggle?
Very good question. Kanye is needed in the struggle, but we have to understand, and we have to get some clarification from Kanye what side of the fence he wants to be on.
Right.
Because if you're going to fight against the system, you have to be consistent with fighting against the system. If you want to be a part of that system and you want to get to be led into some of these billionaire boys clubs, say that so we know what we're dealing with. Kanye kind of gives mixed messages. It seems like he's upset that they're not letting him into those billionaire circles because he has a lot of money, and the racism factor never goes away. So in order to shame them into allowing him in, he'll try to get on the side of black people and say, hey, look at what you're doing to us. I'm going to call you out for what you're doing to us. But once they let him in that door, he's going to go back in that door to be right along with the oppressor class. So we can't play that game. Either you're going to be down with the oppressor class, or you're going to be against the oppressor class.
Right. As far as continuing our conversations at NBA, at what point, he's had antics over the years. Some things he said that was really like, thank you for saying that. Other times being like, why did you say that?
Right.
At what moment did you start to look at Kanye a little bit sideways? That was like, okay, I can't figure his stance out. Was there a moment that made you stood up for you?
Well, he started hanging with the alt-right crowd, the Candace Owens.
Yeah.
When you go with Candace Owens crowd, that's something else. And there's really not too much of a door return when you deal with that Candace Owens crowd. You really have to redeem yourself. People like her and white supremacists who support her, that's a very dangerous mechanism to deal with.
Right.
Now, Kanye, we got to understand the chess move that he might be playing. He's rocking with Candace Owens because Candace Owens' husband, George, I forgot his last name, but he owns a site called Parler. Kanye's trying to buy that website right now, that app.
Right.
So is he doing a chess move right now? I don't know, but I don't think the chess move is.
And the greater good is just to buy an app, or is there more power to that?
And maybe I'm just kind of projecting my own mindset to this guy. If it were me, I would, run a finesse game and get this website that's pretty known to white supremacists and then flip it and then turn it into something else. That's what I would do. That's the
Trojan horse move.
Right. If he were doing something like that, that would be fly. Because the dominant society, they're always buying our apps and buying whatever we create and then owning it and then flipping it into something else, just like BET. BET was black owned.
Yeah.
Viacom got it. BET is All Lives Matter right now.
Yeah.
There's nothing black about BET. You understand? So Kanye was making that kind of move. I could pop my color to him, but we'll see. We'll see.
I think, my biggest criticism of him is that it's confusion. It's a lack of clarity.
Right.
I do think a great leader gives you a clear kind of understanding. And the only thing that I feel he's been consistent about is making sure that he's the subject of the conversation.
Right. And it's too many contradictions. Don't go out here and try to get sympathy from the black community by saying, hey, look, my white kidnapped my black kids, my black kids. And then in the next breath, I want us to be a family again. You can't play that side.
Right.
You can't play both sides.
Is the black card, at least, is it on pause? Is it revoked? Is it removed?
Well, the thing is, because he has a lot of money, and he has given a lot of black people opportunities. I will give him that. So there are a lot of black people that will pretend what he says is deeper than what it is because they kind of want an opportunity from Kanye. They want Kanye to throw some crumbs at them. Again, I just want consistency from my brother because Kanye really doesn't have a strong base.
Right.
He thinks that alt-right crowd is a base for him. That's why he's saying all this stuff about Jewish people. A lot of that comes from those right-wing talking points that takes the focus off white supremacy by saying, well, it's the Jews, that's the real problem. That's to take the focus off systematic white supremacy as a whole. So he's using those talking points to really pander to the Fox News crowd. It's not really speaking for us. So we have to understand where a lot of this stuff is really coming from.
Yeah. The George Floyd comments was,
very tasteless.
Viral.
Yeah, very
that's
tasteless.
Just tasteless.
Very tasteless. Saying that man, or implying that he died because of fentanyl. Again, that's a right-wing talking point to dismiss and minimize the brutal murder that happened to that man. So Kanye shouldn't play those kind of games.